Before we start, there is some good news about the bad news is Miss Bent, Lucy, the coordinator, has vetted my speech. And apparently I'm not allowed to actually say it until after 9 o'clock because of the watershed. So if you'd all like to carry on drinking, thank you. Not really, not really. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve, on behalf of the bridesmaids and the maid of honour, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Steve and Emma on their marriage and say thank you for letting us be an integral part of this, which so far has been a magical day. However, before I start, I would like to quash any rumours about the tradition of best man and maid of honour. I swear I only met her 2 hours. The trousers are falling down.
I got it on Steve and Daddy.
This is the moment you've been waiting for. A wise old man once told me that the best man's speech should last as long as the groom's lovemaking. Thank you. That's not very fair because it was only while on our stag that Steve actually told me he broke his world record. Which now stands at 1 hour 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I then spoke to Emma, who then informed me on that record-breaking night she just put the clock ruling out for British Summer. Sorry, for those who don't know me, I'm Brian. And I can see you looking and thinking, why did he pick someone younger, taller, skinnier, more handsome than himself to be his best man? Well, the answer he gave me was, he said, Brian, I've lived with you twice, I now live with your wife, because my wife doesn't live with Steve and Emma in Luxembourg, and apparently I was the cheapest. And the only one available after the comics there, obviously. But the real reason he gave, he said he was my protégé. Protégé. So I looked protégé up in the dictionary. The English dictionary, a person under the protection of another. I then looked up Mr. Richardson's dictionary, and his dictionary, it means I'll just let Brian arrange everything and I'll turn up and take the ladies home. Which is basically what he's done the whole 10 years that I've known him. Well, I can honestly say I was delighted to be asked to be best man. Now, I've had 3 weddings in my time with 3 best men. But I've never been asked to be a best man myself. Oh, by the way, on all 3 occasions, my brother was my best man. And no, he didn't use the same speech, we find and replace. So, obviously, when Steve told me, asked me to be best man, I was over the moon. I was so excited. And my mind went into overdrive. What can I get away with? How revealing could I be? Would I be able to use props and things like that? Then I thought, oh, there going to be children there. Would there be animals there? Would Steve never recognise any of the animals? I was in heaven. 10 years worth of News of the World quality sleeves. Which I'd probably get an X-rated certification for. Anyway, it's to Steve, blah, blah, blah. He said, I think you've got to remember, Brian, that for those 10 years of sleeves, you played a major part in it. So I'd be very careful. So, unfortunately, it's a shame, but I would have loved to tell you about what happened inside a giant birthday cake at Butlins. The strippogram with the shaving cream. The incident in the window of a local pizza restaurant where Steve and a friend created their very own unique topping. Not to mention his hands-on experience in St. Anne's-on. Or the 40 Mason's chocolate pie out, where actually said, you got away with that one, mate, because she's just had a second set of twins. And if only I could show you the photo that we took of Steve with his tongue hanging out, and then we then stuck it on the back of all the doors of the toilets, and underneath the ladies' toilet doors, and we said, would you let this man stick your stamps? Lick your stamps. Sorry. So that was pretty funny. So, folks, you get the PG version, but I would like it known that during the writing of this speech, no animals were harmed, apart from Wooly, the sheep that did recognise Steve and still in a coma. So I asked myself, what's the best way to tackle the best speech? This got me thinking on how my posture could put it. I'm like, what could I do? Here we go. By the way you laugh, you obviously know about Steve's obsession with mirrors. Windows, anything reflective. No. Now, to have the perfect conversation with Steve, you first find a table that's got a large mirror behind it. You then sit with Steve facing the mirror. You both look into the mirror and you start talking. Steve won't look at you, he'll only look at himself, but you can have a conversation. If you happen to leave for any reason, it doesn't matter, Steve will carry on the conversation with himself. Absolutely not. Which brings me to the question, Steve. When you proposed to Emma, was there a mirror there? I don't think so. I reckon there was a mirror there. You put the ring on the wrong bloody finger, didn't you? So, hands up who wants to know what Steve's number 2 obsession is. Maybe 2 hands might be more appropriate. If I said jugs, wearing jammers, jahoobies, airbags, love pillows, bazookas, maybe sugar bombs, just to name a few. I think you'll guess I'm talking breasts with a capital. Yes, R.D. Groom could not take his eyes off them. In fact, it got so bad in the office that the girls had to wear t-shirts with an arrow pointing up saying, my face is up here. So we decided that we needed to cure this, you know. And in remedial advice, we came up with what we called the 1, 2, 3 nodding dog antidote. Now this is a rather complicated procedure, and Steve had to follow this when getting the urge to ogle. As his eyes stared down the downward journey into the valley of no return, we told him to count to 3, return immediately and look into their eyes. It was almost impossible at first. I mean, he was counting up to 9,999. The poor lady had to be removed so he could get his head back up and things like this, you know. But eventually it worked. The only problem was that he would drop his down, count to 3, look up, and then immediately drop down again and count to 3. So here's this nodding dog situation.